Now I would like to welcome Mr. PK Sharma. A short brief about him. He has done BTech in Industrial Engineering and MSc in Organic Chemistry. Also, he has done multiple advanced diploma courses in Industrial Safety and Fire Engineering, Quality Improvement Tools, and Advertisement and Publication. He has boasting 30 years of experience. In that, 13 years in specifically in industrial sectors and 17 years as the auditor and the trainer. Also, he avails many certifications in steelmaking from NISSP and regulatory requirements and QA medical devices. He is also a lead auditor in QMS, EMS, OS, and SMS, NBQMS, FSMS, NMS, ABMS, ISO 17025, ISO 17021, and also QCI approved assessor for the ZED scheme. Also, he is approved fire safety auditor also, and he has many approved training faculty for QMS, EMS, OH and SMS, at, ENMS, SC 8000, IATF 16949, SEDEX, SIPAT, APIQ1, and ISO 17025 and ISO 29001. So let's have a very good, fruitful session on IMS and integrated management systems. So let's have a session from Mr. Sharma. Over to you, sir.
Uh, Good evening to all of you. Am I audible to all?
Yes, sir.
So you are
Perfectly fine.
Okay, good. So, are you going to present the presentation, or should I share here from here?
You
you
can
can
share,
share.
sir.
Okay then. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So, and now it is visible.
Sir, your presentation is not visible.
Now,
No, sir.
no. Just a minute. Can you see my screen now?
So we can able to see your Google Meet screen, not a presentation.
Google Meet screen now. No.
No.
Okay.
शर्मा जी ब्लैंक आ रहा है, स्क्रीन जो है ना बिल्कुल ब्लैंक आ रहा है।
ब्लैंक आ रहा है।
आपका ये पीपीटी फॉर्म में है क्या?
यस, पीपीटी फॉर्म
तो
में।
ओके, तो उसको प्रेजेंटेशन मोड के साइड में एक और आइकॉन बना होगा, उस पर डालिए और फिर स्क्रीन शेयर कीजिए, सेलेक्ट कीजिए। आप विंडो सेलेक्ट नहीं कर रहे हैं ठीक से।
एक मिनट।
Otherwise, Khevna, if possible, you can present. That's not issue.
हाँ, yes, you can present, and from your side, can you present it?
Maybe I'll ask someone because I am just recording the session, so moving the
Okay,
Okay.
screen
okay. Just a
disturbance.
minute. Just a
So
minute.
this presentation is available with whom?
With me is there. I'll just share to
Just
Apurva
send it
maybe.
to the who's there, or send it to me, whichever. So Apurva is there.
Can you see the screen right now?
Yeah, now it is coming, sir.
Okay,
Now it's there.
okay, okay. So my
Just put
introduction.
on the presentation mode, sir. Presentation mode कर दीजिए.
Just
Second last.
yes.
Yeah, perfectly fine.
So my introduction is already given to everybody. So I am skipping it. I am now discussing about ISO. Very interesting topic. Very well known. Publicized over a period of time, last 20-30 years. We all heard the name, this particular term, ISO. Actually, most of the time people think this is an abbreviation, but in fact this is not an abbreviation exact. This is an word, and the literal meaning of the dictionary meaning of the ISO word is similar. Similar means everything is similar. We in our ninth or 10th class of chemistry, we might studied isomers and isotopes, equal atomic weight, equal atomic number, all those type of things. In particular chemistry subject, we have studied all. So the meaning of ISO is similar. Yes, of course, a worldwide federation is there in the name of ISO, which is there at Geneva in Switzerland. It is a non-government organization established in 1947 just to promote the equalization among the across the globe. It was the initial thought behind establishing of this organization, just that all the participant countries, whomsoever will participate in this movement, will have similar type of standard, similar type of working, so that across the region understanding will be strengthened and work country to country work will be people will be familiar to each other on a common platform. So that process approach, on that approach, the formulation of different standards came into existence. In the kitty of ISO, International Organization for Standardization, more than 10,000 standards are there, out of which most of the standards pertaining to the product standard, but some of the standards are management system standards. Today here we will talk a little bit about management system standard. uh, so as we call management system standard, these are four mandatory or primary management system. uh, we start with ISO 9001. It ISO 9000, not 9001, ISO 9000. Its quality management system, fundamental and vocabulary, all the terms and definitions are written with respect to the quality management only, is written in this standard. Whereas ISO 9001 2015 is the quality management system, irrespective of the type of work. This is management system can be implemented in any type of organization, whether it is a manufacturing industry, whether it's a service industry, whether it is a school, college, airport, train, you name the commercial or any service organization. This is a particular standard written in a very generic way, uh, what is to be done by the organization in order to streamline their working, whatever working they are having in the organization. It is expected that those entire working will be on a streamlined focused type of thing, which requirements are written in this management system. So in a generic way it is written, because this same management system can be implemented in a very large organization who is having more than 10,000 of employees. The same management system can be implemented in a very small organization having just 5 6 people or 7 8 people. Also, type of work is not the boundary, not the restriction. Any type of work, any type of manufacturing, any type of service providing industry, everybody can implement ISO 9001. Why? Because it is written in a generic way. What is to be done, it is written in the standard. How it is to be done, it has to be decided by the organization who want to implement it. So we will talk a little bit about the various approach of this particular standard. Then ISO 9004 2005 2015 is again the guideline for managing the sustained success in the organization. And whenever any organization want to implement the management system, and the second step after the implementation, second step is always a certification, because they want to be get certified against the particular management system. So whenever any certification word come into picture, certification is always after the auditing. So this 19011 2018 is the guideline for auditing management system. Any type of audit has to be governed, has to be conducted on the basis of guideline given in this ISO 19011. So these four management systems are generally considered as the four primary management system, primary standard you can call it. And here you can see various other management system. These all are management systems only, but for different type of working, different type of approach. 9001 talks about quality management system, quality of any work or quality of any product. 14001 2015 is talks about environment, how we can protect our environment from the activity of the organization. Whomsoever organization is working, naturally during their work they came across certain processes. After the processes, naturally some impact on the environment is there. So first we have to study whether that impact on the environment is causing any harm to the overall environment, and how we can reduce that ill impact. So this is the subject matter of environment management system. Similarly, health and safety management system ISO 45001 there. Maybe less or more in different organization, but because of the work they are carrying out in the organization, output of that work on their health and on their safety is to be controlled, so that any ill effect due to the work will not be there on the health and safety of the employees. So as per this management system, we have to create management system and control mechanism to reduce that ill effect of the work. Again, similarly, ISO 22000 is food safety management system, and this is applicable on the organizations which are manufacturing some food or handling the food items, maybe in the category of distribution, food service, hotel, food manufacturing company. So those all type of organizations whom are interacting with the food, this management system is applied on those organizations. ISO 13485 2016, this is a medical device management system. All the organization whomsoever are manufacturing some medical devices or giving services to the medical devices in a particular hospital, or if we talks about entire healthcare uh, work, lots and lots type different type of medical devices are being used in the hospital and healthcare organization. So the organizations which are manufacturing those medical devices and handling the service and calibration part of that medical devices, this standard is for those organizations to manage their working. One more management system very interesting and very popular nowadays is ISO 50001 energy management. Energy, we all know that whatever energy we are using, either in the shape of electrical energy or in the shape of some use of some fossil fuels, whatever energy we are producing by the use of fossil fuels, diesel, uh, petrol, any other things. So whatever energy is being used in an organization, how we can efficiently use that energy to reduce the overall consumption of the energy. So this management system is talks about that. Another very important and interesting management system is anti-bribery management system, ISO 37001. This management system is helping the organizations to implement the mechanism so that financial as well as non-financial pilferage can be controlled in the various transactions of any organization. Next is ISO 21000. This is an educational quality management system. Again, a quality management system only, but for the educational institutes or organization, those who are providing the educational services are comes under this management system periphery. One more management system, ISO 41001 2016, facility management. Whatever facilities are available in any organization, facilities with respect to various equipments they are using, various type of facility, air conditioning system, uh, IT secure, IT management system, uh, different type of facilities which an organization is having to manage the facility correctly, efficiently, and up to the mark. This management system helps the organization. Different management system, I could write only 7 8 management system on this slide, but other management systems are also there. Like nowadays, very important management system, one more is ISO 27001, that is information security management system, because lots and lots data management is being done by various organizations nowadays, and we are very fast moving towards the digitization. We are very fast in using the digital payment transactions. So to control all sort of data management system, information security management system, another management system ISO 27001 is there. But very interesting is up, among all these management system, ISO 9000 is a fundamental and basic management system which can be applied to any type of organization. This is the very fundamental basic management system. Other management system like environment, health and safety, food, medical device, these are called as the sector specific management system, because environment talks about environment only, health and safety talks about health and safety only, ISO 22000 talks about food related organizations only. But 9001 is the type of management system which can be applied to the any type of organization irrespective of the working. When we talks about the certificate, when we talks about the implementation and certification against the management system, so naturally certification processes comes into the picture. Whenever any organization want to get certified, so they have to go for certification. Certification is audit are to be conducted by the certification body. Here in the fourth line you can see a agency which is called certification body comes to the organization to conduct the audit against the required management system. So question comes, where this certification body got the approval that they are entitled to get conduct the audit. In this hierarchy, another important agency is the accreditation body. Accreditation body standard for that, that is ISO 17021. ISO 17021 body should work. So whenever any accreditation board comes to audit a certification body, they conduct audit as per ISO 17021, and again that accreditation body has to be the part of or the member of International Accreditation Forum, IAF. IAF is one of the secretariat of ISO. In the previous slide I have shown you that International Organization for Standardization is there, which is having head office at Geneva. In that entire organization, one secretariat is there, International Accreditation Forum, and that forum is basically controls the certification process across the globe, in all countries. So what they did to control the certification process across the globe, what they did, they asked all countries, whichever the member of IAF, they call all those countries to establish one accreditation body in their particular country. As in our India, we have our national accreditation body, that is working under Council of India. Quality Council of India is the part of Ministry of Science and Technology. So that's why our accreditation body, national accreditation body, which is the member of IAF, is authorized to conduct audit on any certification body. But here, if this movement is restricted to one country to another country, the original theme of ISO will be lost. What is the original theme of ISO? Globalization. Across the boundary of the any particular country, across the country and across the boundary, movement of the work, movement of the product, movement of the services. Person sitting in India can start working with any organization in USA. So how that person who is sitting in India will have trust in any organization who is working, who is establishing in USA? So if that organization who is there in USA says that I am ISO certified, ISO 9000 certified, so the person or the company who is sitting in India anticipate that some mechanism will be there in that organization, and automatically a trust is developed. So this is basically approach of the multi level agreement. So all the certification, all the accreditation body, irrespective of the countries, right now at this moment, IAF International Accreditation Forum is having the membership of approximate 165 countries, and all those countries are having individual accreditation board. All those board are having a multi-level agreement among themselves that any accreditation board can work in any country. No restriction is there. But that has to be the member of IAF. So in this way, across the globe, this certification process is controlled. When we talk about Indian structure, in India, we might heard this ISI, very popular word, ISI, International Standard Institution. I think most of the participant here attending this session right now aware about these two words, ISI or BIS. Earlier it was ISI, but now it is Bureau of Indian Standards. So as far as Indian context is concerned, all Indian standards are written and handled by Bureau of Indian Standards. But as far as ISO movement is concerned, through NABCB and Quality Council of India, under Ministry of Science and Technology, this ISO movement is there, governing the working of certification bodies, who actually conduct the audit on client side and award them the certificate. Right now in India, if you go by number, more than 100 certification body, in my opinion, more than 100 certification bodies are working. Those who are actually conducting audit in different organization and award them the certification of against different management system, ISO 9000, 14000, 45000. So as per the client requirement, whichever standard goes to the client side, conduct the audit to see that that particular management system and implementation of that particular management system, and if they find everything is okay as per the requirement, they award them the certificate that yes, this organization is following and implementing the requirement of this particular management system, and that's why we can certify this organization against that particular standard. Very fundamental and basic principle which on which all these management system, whichever I told you, ISO 9000, 14000, 45000, is following this particular approach, PDCA. PDCA means plan, do, check, and act. This is approach of working. This approach basically is originated by an American quality thinker called Deming. Professor Deming was the person who basically conceptualized this process of working. approach of conducting every work, whatever work we want to do. This is the connect. Whenever we want to do any work, any task, either in our professional life or in our even our in personal life, first we have to plan that work, and then after planning, we have to start working. During working, we have to check that whatever we have planned, whether our work is going as per that plan or not. And whenever we have the checking, always result of the checking will be either conforming or not conforming. If everything is conforming, whatever after checking we came to know that whatever we have planned, our work is going on as absolutely as per that plan, so everyone will be happy. But most of the time it happens that after checking we came to know that whatever we have planned, our work is not going as per that plan. Some gaps are there. So what we have to do then, we have to take actions on those gaps. That's why a action is there, and those actions are again need to be included in our next planning, because as per the anticipation, whatever we have planned during the execution of the work, we came to know that certain gaps were there. Until or unless we will not take action on those gaps, and those action will not be included in the next planning part, again the gap will be there. So in order to fine tune our working, in order to reduce our rejections, in order to reduce the non conforming part, we have to do as per this cycle only. That planning, after planning, start working on your work. During the working, check whether we are going as per our plan or not, and if gap is identified, take the action on those gaps to make the things right, and include those actions into your next planning. All our management system are based on this cycle, this approach only. This is the basic fundamental approach on which every management system is written, and every management system is expecting that the organization who is implementing the management system should adopt this culture, this approach in their day-to-day work. PDC. Another important 7 management principle which should be taken care of, which should be thought of, which should be implemented and uh, controlled, and every person of the organization must aware that these principles we have to follow in order to make our working good and as per the standard. First management principle is customer focus. Whatever work you want to do in your organization, it is expected that that work has to be on the basis of customer requirement, because whatever you are doing in your company, in your organization, it is for the customer. You have taken the requirement for the customer for your work, and again after execution you are going to deliver the work to the customer only. So if you talk about your organization, customer is at both ends. Customer is giving you the requirement, you are working on them, and after working you are giving your work to the customer, and customer is telling you whether you have done the work correctly or not. So as per the management system principle number 1, we as an organization always has to protect our customer focus. We should, our focus, our approach has to be there to achieve all customer satisfaction, customer focus approach. Second is leadership. Leaders at all level establish unity of purpose and direction and create condition in which people are engaged in achieving the quality objective of the organization. That leadership approach has to be there in the organization, which is the expectation of the management system. That leadership approach has to be there. Everybody, whomsoever working in the organization, have in their mind that I am the owner of the my work. Whatever work I am doing, I am the responsible in order to create the quality in my work. That leadership approach has to be there in every person. management system because everybody, whomsoever is working in the organization, has to be engaged in their work. A teamwork, because if we start working alone, individually, the overall focus,
Sharma
overall,
ji,
yes,
I think there is some issue of network. You can close your video. Maybe signal will be better. Uh,
video, okay, just a minute.
yeah, from here you can close the video and then please continue. Maybe now bandwidth will be better.
Okay, okay,
Just put on the presentation also. Thank
yes,
you, sir.
yes. So the expecting from the organization, feel engagement in the work, team spirit. Team itself indicates team together. If we start working in a team, result will be better. Individually, maybe the result will not be better. So this is the management system principle number 3. Then 4 is the process approach. Again, this principle says that we have to take every activity in the organization as an individual process. And when we define the process, it means, very simple definition of a process is converting input into the output through some set of activities. We have to do some work in order to convert input into the output. So, as per this principle, we have to consider every department or every activity in the organization as an individual process. What does it mean? We have to define that what input we require. We have to control the input. Then we have to control the various activities which is involved in a process, in a work, and then it is expected that our desired output will be there. When we control the input, when we control the various activities of a process, desired output will be there. Suppose you are working in a production department. So for production, certain inputs are required, raw material is required, for persons, in human resource is required, various type of machines are required, various other things as an input is required in order to start the production. And then during the production, we have to do certain tasks. When inputs are controlled, inputs are of good quality, we have control on our various activities in the process, naturally our output will be of desired quality. So this process approach has to be there. Then next is the improvement. We continuously have to think upon the improvement. How we can improve our work, how we can improve our culture, how we can improve our product quality, how we can improve our customer satisfaction. So naturally that ever going focus on the improvement subject has to be there during all our work. This is the demand of this principle number 5. Then 6 is evidence based decision making. Whatever decision we want to take in our organization, those all decisions are to be based on evidences. Like, you have seen the working of a court never declare any decision on the basis of facts. Every time they require some evidences, and on the basis of evidences only they have to take the decision. Similarly, in our organization, we have to take all decisions based on evidences, based on past data, based on market survey. So based on evidence we have to take the decision. Then relationship management. For sustained success, organization manage their relationship with interested parties. When we talks about interested parties, directly or indirectly, whomsoever is working and interacting with any organization is a interested party to that organization. Like, every organization is interacting with customer, interacting with suppliers, is interacting with regulatory bodies, uh, various type of other banks, financial institutions, government agencies. your neighbors. So whomsoever is directly or indirectly connecting with or interacting with the organization, it is expected that organization must maintain a good relationship with every stakeholder or every interested party. So these 7 management principles, starting from customer focus, leadership, engagement of people, process approach, improvement, evidence based decision making, and relationship management. These are the 7 management principles on which and all our management systems are focused and based upon. This particular slide will give you an insight of entire quality management system. What is the expectation of quality management system from an organization? I have written down everything. I tried to write down everything, the entire summary of quality management system on this one slide. What is the expectation of standard from organization? Organization must conduct a business risk analysis. Whomsoever organization want to implement the management system, this particularly ISO ISO 9001 quality management system, they must conduct their risk analysis. What all risks are there to their process, to their organization, because they are operating organization from last so many years, and in that past experience they came across various type of risk in their processes, in their working, in their day-to-day control of the work. Various type of risk are there. So whatever risk are there, first requirement of quality management system is to conduct a business risk analysis. What risks are there in our working, how we can control those risks. Then whatever the issues which we want to control through management system, what issues are there in our working. Some issues may be internal issues, some issues may be external issues. So whatever issues are there which you want to control, which are hampering in performing good for an organization, those all issues are to be identified and understand. This is the second requirement. Then third requirement is what all interested parties are linked with the organization and what is their need and expectation from the organization. So these three identification and determination, first of all organization is has to do and make a note that what risks are there in their working, what issues are there with them, those issues which they want to control, what is the need and expectation of the interested parties associated with the organization. And based on these three informations, we have to prepare our business goals and key performance indicator, what we want to achieve. Then based on achieve desired goal, based on performance indicators, what we want to achieve, we have to make a plan how that goal has to be achieved. Means the process working, whatever processes are needed in order to achieve our goal, those processes are to be planned and execution has to be started. During the execution of the work, we have a method and mechanism of in regular monitoring and analysis. We have to identify where monitoring and analysis have to be done in order to see whether our work is going on as per the requirement or not. The another important thing, resource planning, because in order to create work, in order to execute work in any organization, man, machine, infrastructure, finance, and material, these all things are required as the resource. So the suitable control mechanism for all resources has to be made. Based on monitoring and measurement required, based on resource planning, we have to organize, we have to operational, we have to devise the operational control for our various work. and then performance is to be checked for everyone through internal audit, because this management system wants, before calling any outside party for the audit, for the certification, first you check you are working yourself. First you have to check yourself, you are working through internal audit, and after internal audit, review by the management has to be done. Again, one more thing we have to done, how we are going to control non-conformities, because whenever we execute the work, almost it is impossible that everything will be good. Certain non-conformities will be there. So we have to create a mechanism of identification of the non-conformities and how those non-conformities can be corrected after conducting the root cause analysis, why that non-conformity arises. Once we have to do the root cause analysis of the gap of the non-conformities, then we have to initiate the correction and corrective action on the non-conformity, so that the similar type of thing, similar type of gap or similar type of non-conformities will not occur late again. And to control and implement all these work, starting from business risk analysis to the non-conformity control and performance analysis, we require documents and records at every level. So the documentation is another important part of the entire management system. And most of the time, organization use 4 level documentation. They have to prepare one quality manual in which all the requirement of the standard is to be written, how organization is going to implement the management system, then procedure and SOPs, standard operating procedure of various activities which they want to perform in the work, and instruction how work is to be performed, and after completion of the work, where record is to be maintained, necessary format checklists are to be documented. So this type of documentation is required to establish and implement in the organization. So these are summarized requirement of ISO 9001 2015 quality management system, starting from business risk analysis to the non-conformity control and execution of work. In next slide, I will go. I want to go to give you a overview of environment management system. Similarly, here quality management system, we start with the business risk analysis. In the similar way, if we have to start with a analysis that what is the impact of our work on the environment, we have to do a environmental analysis, aspect impact analysis, that is called aspect impact analysis. We have to study that what work, whichever work we are conducting, execution in our organization, uh, our work is creating what type of an impact on the environment, and we have to create a control mechanism so that that impact can be minimized. My previous person, Dr. Sachin, was explaining you the waste management. So waste is one of the type of impact on the environment of the work of the any organization. Whichever organization is working, naturally they are producing some sort of waste, and if they start working first on waste minimization, and then whatever waste is generating, suitable disposal of that waste, so this will be a environment management system control, because by managing the waste of the organization, they are creating less impact on the environment. And accordingly, whatever work we are doing in our organization, we have to create our environmental goals, our environmental objective, then operational control, whatever work we are doing, how we can reduce the ill impact because of our work on the environment. Another important requirement of this management system, this management system also require organization to identify what rules and regulations are applicable on us, on that particular organization. So whatever compliance of obligations are required to be fulfilled by the organization with respect to the environment, organization need to identify them and need to comply them. Emergency control is the very important requirement. Emergency control is what type of emergencies can be there in any organization. Most of the time, in most of the organization, fire is one of the important emergencies which can create any time. So what control organization is having in case of any emergency, how that emergency will be controlled so that it create a minimum impact on the environment, minimum impact on the health and safety of the person. So whatever all type of emergencies can be there in any organization, those emergencies are to be identified and suitable control mechanism is to be arranged. This is the requirement of environment management system. And in the similar way, if we talks about health and safety management system, in the similar fashion, like we did business risk analysis for quality, we did aspect impact analysis for environment. So in the similar way, we have to identify hazard and risk assessment of the work on the human, on the health and safety of the employees. Due to the work, what type of health and safety risk to our workforce, we have to identify that. We have to create the suitable control mechanism so that impact can be reduced, safe and hygiene workplace can be provided to the employees. That is the basic concept of this management system. So accordingly, once we have to identify what possible risks are there to our employees, we have to create controls and we have to implement those controls in day-to-day work. Like environment management system, this management system also talks about compliance regulation with respect to health and safety of the employee. Environment management system is talks about health and safety, regulatory compliances with respect to environment. Here, health and safety management system talks about compliance of regulatory requirement with respect to health and safety. So we have quite elaborative rules and regulation created by our government. Every organization must follow those rules and regulation in order to create healthy and safe workplace to the employees. So those regulations are to be identified and complied. And in the similar way, emergency environment management system as well as health and safety management system talks about controlling of the emergencies. Whatever emergencies can be there in the organization, those are to be identified and suitable mechanism in order to create a suitable control mechanism for emergency control have to be prepared, have to be implemented, and necessary training how fire safety equipment are to be used. Because until or unless people or employees of the organization will not be aware that how to use the fire extinguisher, because many of the organization I have seen that they create suitable facilities, suitable control mechanism, but doesn't give necessary training to operate those safety gadgets to the employees. So in case of any actual emergency, sometime it might be happen that employees cannot operate those safety gadgets to control the actual emergency. So the necessary training is also required. This is also the one of the part. So on these three slides, I summarized these three management system concept and approach of these three management system: quality, environment, health and safety. These three management systems are very popular across the commercial organization, across the industries, because Every organization must follow, must implement quality culture, must implement safe environment, friendly culture, safe, healthy, and hygienic workplace to the employees. These are these three management system are the very fundamental management system which organization has to follow and fulfill. How organization can implement the management system? First of all, they have to create a awareness training to the employees. Then gap analysis has to be done. What gaps are there, where gaps are there. Then we have to start the documentation with respect to the risk analysis, manual, procedure, SOPs. Those all documents are to be written. Then guidance and assistance to the workforce is to be given for the implementation of various procedure and SOPs. Training is to be imparted. KPIs, goals, and objectives are to be established for data analysis. Then it has internal audit is to be conducted, followed by the management review. After completion of all these steps successfully, we can invite any third party to conduct our audit. That party will conduct the audit, that certification body will conduct the audit in two stages. That is called initial certification audit. If any gap will be assessed by that certification body, they will give us in writing what all gaps are there. We have to take action on those gaps. After completion of the actions on those gaps, award of the certification can be there to the organization. So this is the implementation plan for any organization who want to implement the management systems. Uh, this These all management systems are using the same level of structure, means the same clause number and terminologies are being used by all the management system, clause number 1 to 10, irrespective of the type of management system, means 9,000 quality, 14,000 environment, 45,000 health and safety, and various other management system which I uh, shown you on one of the slide, anti-bribery, food safety, energy management. All management systems are using the similar structure. This structure is known as the high level structure. Clause number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are the title and number of all management systems. Clause number 1 is the scope, where it is written for which work this management system is written. What references are being used in writing the management system, what terms and definitions are used in writing the management system. So these three clauses, clause number 1, 2, and 3, are generally called the non-auditable clauses. Means any requirement of the standard is not written in these three clauses, but actually requirement are written in clause number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These 7 clauses are there with various type of requirements of the management system, which written in these clauses 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These clauses are audited by the certification body in organization where they came for audit and to award the certification. And as per the subject matter, whether it is quality, environment, health and safety, food safety, energy management. So various things, various requirements are written under these clauses, but the title is same. Clause number is same and title is same.
Sir, there is a question from one of the participant.
Yes, please.
Yeah, Durgesh, you can ask.
Sir, what is gap analysis and how to implement this, sir?
Gap analysis is basically whenever just think that you are an organization who want to implement the management system, correct? So
Okay.
naturally organization is running as per some system. Invariably every organization is having some system, but what is the standard requirement, whether they are following those requirements in their day-to-day work or not, we have to see, we have to identify what actual working organization is adopting in day-to-day work and what is the system requirement. If any gap is there, we have to fill that gap through suitable documentation, through training to the concerned person who is operating the management, who is actually delivering and conducting the work. So through gap analysis, we have to identify what is the gap between requirements and actual practices.
Okay, sir. Understood, sir.
So the career prospect in this management system field for all of you who are into who are aspiring to start their professional journey, these are various prospects. After learning the management system, after understanding the management system, you can be a management system professional. You can be a implementer in any organization, because you know the subject matter. Various other people doesn't know what is the management system requirement. If you understand the management system requirement, if you study the management system requirement, you can be an implementer, you can be a consultant, you can be a trainer, you can be an auditor, you can be assessor, and you can be the guide. So career as far as career prospects are concerned, plenty of opportunities are there, because lots many organizations are now starting implementing the various management system in their day-to-day work. So lots of demands of management system professionals are there nowadays in the market, and this demand is ever increasing. Minimum competency what you should achieve before starting your career, it is required that you must be a graduate, preferably engineering, pharma, or any technical graduate, because lot of technical aspects are there in the various management system. Those technical aspects can be understand in a good way by a technical graduate. You should have minimum 4 to 5 year hands of industry experience. Then you have to go for lead auditor course. This lead auditor course is separate for all management system. Like I told you, several management system: 9001 quality, 14001 environment, 45001 health and safety. So every management system is having a separate lead auditor course of 5 days. Those type of courses are available online also. Every month, I myself is delivering at least 2 courses per month on different management systems. After completing this lead auditor course, you have to start working with a management system and start understanding the management system, various requirement of various standards, in order to create good understanding on management system. And very important is good exposure to the English. You have to be good in writing, at least writing and understanding the English. May not be necessary that you can be the fluent in speaking also, but at least in writing and understanding, your proficiency has to be at reasonable level. So these are the minimum prerequisite which a person who want to pursue his career in a management system field as a management system professional have to go through, have to attain before starting their professional career as a management system person. So this is all from my side. Thank you very much. If any question is there, you can ask me.
Sir, this is Ravindra. It's a very inspiring presentation by you, sir.
Mhm.
I would like to, because Dr. Rajesh sir has presented this platform, created platform for sustainability.
Correct.
So the IMS title, what are the standard reference for IMS, sir? And how how sustainability is incorporated in that?
Yeah, I am coming to that. Basically IMS.
शर्मा जी, आप प्रेजेंटेशन बंद करके स्क्रीन पे आ सकते हैं अभी.
Okay, sir. Okay. If you talks about IMS is basically nothing. As such, IMS is no standard. Any integration of any two or more management system is called integrated management system. What is IMS? Integrated management system. So as such, IMS is nothing. Whenever you want to implement two or more systems together, so it is always advisable to start working on all the management system whichever you want to implement in your organization simultaneously, because all the management system are having certain 30-40% requirement common, like internal audit is the requirement of every management system. Management review is the requirement of every management system. Training of the person and competency evaluation of the person is the requirement of every management system. So certain requirements are there which are there in every management system. So it is always better and advisable to integrate whenever you want to implement two or more management systems together. Don't prepare separate mechanism and separate document, separate procedures for separate management system. It is not going to be help, and it will increase your workload. So it is always better integrate your working whenever you want to implement two or more management system together.
Is it mandatory to have different scopes for each standard, or common scope for
No, no,
all?
scope will remain same. Suppose your organization is manufacturing the food item, so the scope will remain same. You want to implement quality management system for food production, you want to implement environment management system for food production, and again you want to implement health and safety management system for food production only. So the scope of the organization will remain same, whatever work you do, whatever system you think upon.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes, anyone? If anybody want to know something more, or
Uh,
after the
Sharma
session,
ji,
yes.
I would even curious and interested how you are going to be support to the young professionals in coming days. Do you have any plan? You have any idea?
Basically, very soon I am going to start a online certificate course, 3 month or 6 month certificate course, especially focused on the management system. That will be a online course. We I'm planning to start weekend deliveries type of thing. We can have Saturday, Sunday evening session for uh, 3 to 4 hours every weekend, spread over 3 months or 4 months time, so that we can explain the requirement of every management system to our participant, whomsoever is joining that course. That will be helpful in understanding the particular management system to various persons, so that they can start thinking and implementing in their day-to-day work, in wherever they are working, whatever work they are doing in the organization. They have to start thinking the work as per the quality management system, or environment management system, or health and safety management system, or any other management system. In energy management system is again one of the hot matter nowadays. Our goal is also sustainable. UNO goal is sustainable ESG, environment, um, safety, governance. So that if we talk about governance, everything comes into that periphery. All type of working. So two type of I am planning and working to immediately formalize two type of courses. One course will be of 3 month course weekend, and one another course will be of 6 month weekend. And that 6 month course, in that we include almost all possible tools of industrial working, whether it is lean, whether it is 5S, whether it is uh, quality improvement tools, whether it is SPC, whether it is environment, health and safety, rules and regulations, waste management, everything will be there in that 6 month module. So I am working on that, and jointly with you, as we were discussing in the morning also over phone, very soon, under the banner of EHS only, uh, we will start this course online.
So this course, I suppose, would be accredited by someone.
Yes, yes, that's why I am telling I am working on that. I am
I will
planning to.
request to
I am
everyone, kindly switch on your camera so that we can see each other and take the pictures as well.
so
Yeah,
this course almost it is
शर्मा जी, आप
developed.
भी कैमरा ऑन कर लीजिए प्लीज.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay. So basically, 50-60% of course development, module development is over, and I am in the process of getting it registered with NABET, National Accreditation Board for Education and Training, that is working under Quality Council of India, Government of India. So our course will be linked to Government of India recognized, and whomsoever will take our course and will get our certificate, that will be well recognized in the industry, in the professional arena. That is our aim, to provide trustworthy, linked, traceable, and contentful of course delivery.
So it means it would be approved courses by the accreditation body, and this will helps to the participants for a long term, and I'm sure it will helps to get the better opportunity as well.
Better, yes, 100% better opportunity and better placement, because I am working freelance consultant from last 25 years, and one particular thing which I am noticing from quite many years, but still it is that note that is continuing, that industry demands is very high with respect to the quality professionals, very high.
Dr. Areja, I would like to add further to this comment of Dr. Prem Kumar. This, can I speak, sir?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
sure, sure.
Sir, very well said by Dr. Sharma, sir. And this quality management system learning is certainly not only improves your career, your personal life also is going to improve. Because one trainer told me, because I am also lead certified 9001 2008 version, and change management also I have done. With that experience, I am telling, sir, personal life, how it is going to, you can incorporate those the standards to your life. Then your personal brought up also will change like anything in problem solving, particularly in problem solving. When you are facing a problem in your shop floor or civic society or your neighborhood, your understanding towards problem and problem solving skills certainly enrich, and you can become a managerial functions also will be creeped up to your professional level. That's my
yes,
experience all these years, sir. So to add that one, I just have met. This is my take, sir. Thank you very
yes,
much
yes,
for allowing
yes.
me.
Your opinion is very good and very trustworthy and very experienced
As well.
as well, because generally in the training session I used to give my own example. I am working in the I was working in the management system, in one of the steel industry as a quality control manager at that time, that particular, when this management system I did my first lead auditor course in 1997 in the organization where I was working. In 96, that quality management system implementation work was started, and at that time nobody was coming forward to take the responsibility of this huge task, who is going to who is going to document everything. Because at that time in 1996 no computers were there. I was not having the laptop. I was not having the computer. And can you believe, more than 1500 pages of various SOPs, work instruction, procedures, manual I have written by my hand. That all entire my handwritten notes are still available with me. So from that day, when I started working, I started this entire quality management system changed my entire professional career. You can say my thinking process. You can say my presentation. You can say, and I am now Dr. Arya knows me very well. I am delivering the auditing services, training and consultancy services in more than 15 countries internationally. I am on board assessor for international US accreditation board. International accreditation services is one US accreditation board. Another board is United Accreditation Forum. That is another US board. So I used to conduct assessment on certificate bodies, audit on client got the certificate, but I used to do assessment of certification body in order to approve them that this body is good, can conduct the audit. So from that level 97 I stood I reach up to that level. So the limit is enormous, I can see. So that the way I have initiated my career, and now I am 57, and now I started thinking we should give back whatever we learned, whatever we achieved in our life. We started giving back. We should give it back to the society, to the young aspirants. So this 3 month course and 6 month course is absolutely my thought process, and I will include all my learning of last 25 years in that course. And together, Dr. Arya and me is going to start that course very soon with proper recognition.
Thank you, Sharmaji. Thank you for your kind words and knowledge shared to the young and even some experienced aspirants like Ravindra ji is having a more than 30 years work experience in his profile. So we are very happy that there is a mixed type of the participant this time. But yes, 70% are the young participants. Those are pursuing the masters or just pass out from their degree course and looking forward for making their career. As you rightly said, we struggle. We means you, me, Ravindraji, and other. Those are having 10 years plus experience in this forum. Struggle a lot, and we have started our career when nothing was available in the form of the search engines like Google and others. We are bound to go into the universities, to the libraries, and find out the things in the hard copy and then do the research. I did my PhD likewise. So nothing
Yes,
was available in on the digital form, but and guidance in the environment sector or industrial safety sector was not also available because it was a very new concept 20 years or 25 years before. So that's why we have created this Suryodaya program to educate the young fellows and who want to be understand better in the field of the environment, health, safety, and sustainability. And no need to be mentioned IMS or management system because it's a part of the sustainability.
correct.
It's a one of the supporting element in the sustainability. So today is our I think fourth day, and fourth till fourth day, sir, we have completed multiple lectures. First day I have covered management philosophy. Second day we touched on the safety as well as the environment impact assessment part by the different leading professionals. Third day we touched on the waste management and sustainability part. So today we touched on the live example, live project is going on with the help of the WHO and Kerala government under the leadership of the Dr. Sachin, and you were the one of the uh, lecturer in this continuation. And tomorrow we have a, very interesting lectures in the field of the polymer science, who will guide us. Dr. Samir Joshi, having a more than 40 years experience in this field, lot of worldwide recognition there. So he will taught to the young aspirants and others how they can be an entrepreneur, how they can be self-driven person in the field of the waste management and plastic waste. Because this is a burning issue. That's why we are focusing in those areas.
Correct.
And one more lecture from the Cargill India Limited. I'm sure you heard the name. And Cargill is one of the 500 fortune companies. A turnover is more than 300 billions. So these are the leaders of the globe in the form of the businesses. So their global EHS head, Mr. Nishant, will deliver something on the hazardous waste and its management and others, and career opportunities. So this is a whole 5-day program, 2 hours each. I know it's not sufficient to understand each and every part. We can't cover each and every part, but yes, end of the day, as a third session of Suryodaya, we are able to deliver our philosophy, our mind, whatever is in our mind, what is our in strength, and we have connected everyone in this platform, so that later on they can be in touch with any of the professional whenever they need any support. So this is how we are building this Suryodaya program and moving forward. I think, Khevna, it's over to you. Can we close? And any question from any of the side, you can ask. Otherwise, we can close.
Yes, it was a very wonderful session by Mr. Sharma, and also जो sum up आपने किया है, that is very fruitful for us. If we do not have any questions, then we can close the session. Yeah. Thank you, speakers, and thank you, candidates, for joining today. We'll definitely meet tomorrow on the same time with the new topics. Thank you so much.
So, Khevna, just to let to compile the candidates presents day wise. Those are not
Right, sir.
continually attending, because we suppose there is a 30 participants should be there. So just to put to that note to every participants whether they are going to be attend the fourth, fifth day session or not. So just look into that part as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Ravindraji, for joining continuously. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Good night.